Hey, Warren, are you there? I just wanted to remind you that I'm going to be getting out of the hospital tomorrow. You were still going to come and pick me up from here, right?
Yeah, I remember. Don't worry. You told me that you'd be getting Saturday and I have it in my calendar.
Thank you, Warren. I really do appreciate it. By the way, how has your week with Rhea been?
Oh, basically the same as always. It was a normal week pretty much.
Oh, really? Huh. I would have thought the two of you would have done a lot worse without me there to help out.
Oh, come on, Selena. She's already in 3rd grade, you know? Besides, you only left to go to the hospital a couple of days ago. Did you really think the whole house was going to burn down without you here or something like that?
I don't really know what I expected at this point, I guess. But I'm glad that it sounds like you and Rhea had an easy time together.
Well, what can I say? We have a well-behaved daughter, which I'm just so thankful for. You know, she even clears the table and does the dishes without me even needing to ask her.
Well, I guess it sounds like she was holding the house together then. But you do know that when I get home, I don't want her to hear a word about you know what.
Sorry, do I know what? What do you mean?
I'm talking about telling Rhea that she has to do this or that just because she's the older sister.
Oh, right. I see what you mean. Yeah, it wouldn't be great to make her feel less free just because she's a sister now.
I mean, I am sure that she's going to want to take some more responsibility as an older sister. But I just don't think that we should be the ones compelling her to do things and using her being the older sister to do so.
Yeah, that makes total sense to me. I'll be careful to try not to say anything like that.
Thanks for understanding, Warren. By the way, did you go out and buy all the baby stuff that we'll need?
Of course I did. The house is all stocked and ready to go for when you come back.
Great. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. And I hope you know that when I do get back home, you probably won't be able to play any video games for a while.
Wait, really? Why not? Why won't I be able to play any games? Why won't I be able to play any games?
Do you really think that you're going to have any time to play any games with a newborn in the house? You didn't really think that I would be taking care of both kids while you don't have to do anything, right?
Oh, no, of course not. The thought never crossed my mind. But, I mean, if there's a little bit of free time now and then, I don't see why I shouldn't be able to spend it how I want to.
Well, maybe if you have some free time, you could spend it with your daughters instead, yeah? Besides, it's really that first month after bringing a newborn home that's the busiest.
Do you think maybe you should have gone to your parents' house to have a kid?
Wait, what? I asked if you wanted me to go back to my hometown to do this, and you were the one that told me not to. What made you come out and ask me that just now? Are you really so against taking care of your own children?
Selena, please. It's nothing like that at all. I was just thinking that when you come back from the hospital, you're going to be exhausted and you might have been able to rest more with your parents.
Yeah, that better be what you have meant by that. And now I'm curious. Well, I've been in the hospital and you've been at home with Rhea. You haven't just been playing games, have you?
Of course not. How could you even ask that? You really think that I wasn't taking care of my daughter while you've been away?
I certainly hope so, Warren. But fine, I won't tell you that you can't play any games. But I am going to ask you to try and spend more time with your children after I get back. Because I am going to need a lot more help. I'm not as young as when I had our first daughter, and this one really took it out of me.
Okay, I understand. I'll make sure that I'm there however you need me. You have my word.
That's a real relief to hear. Thank you, Warren. I know that you're going to be busy with work too, but we just have to hold it together for a while. So please, try and tell your work not to give you any more overtime for now, okay?
Yeah, sure thing. I've already explained the situation to my boss, and he seemed fine with it.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for doing that. I guess that's all I really have to say, but I'll see you tomorrow. Hey, Warren, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be out of town all day tomorrow.
Oh, really? What's going on? Are you going home to your parents' house or something like that?
No, I'm going to Illinois, actually.
You're going to Illinois? Why? What's there that you have to go and do?
Well, you know my friend Laura, right? She actually passed away a couple of days ago.
Wait, you mean Laura as in your friend from middle school? But you two went all the way to college together. I take it that she moved to Illinois after she graduated. I can't believe that she's gone, though. That's just... I'm so sorry, Selena.
Thank you, Warren. Apparently it happened because of a car accident. She was hit crossing the street and, well...
I see. That's just horrible. She was a very kind person and didn't deserve that.
Thank you for saying that. But the funeral is going to be tomorrow, so I'm catching an early flight then. I can count on you to take care of Rhea, right? I should be back by the morning after that.
Yeah, that should work since you'd be coming home on Saturday, but are you sure that you're physically up to it? I mean, it seems like lately you've been needing a lot more rest. You've been sleeping a lot, don't you think?
It's true, I have been sleeping a lot. But I think I'll have plenty of time to sleep while I'm in the air.
Got it. Well, if you think you're up for it, then I just hope it goes as well as it can for you.
I know this isn't what you wanted to have happened so soon after I had Joy, but I was thinking of asking my parents to take care of her. Except, you know that my parents just live so far away, and I would feel awful calling them all the way here for one day.
No, you're right. That would be a lot for them. But sometimes these things just happen and we have no choice but to respond. But I think it's important that you go and see off your friend.
I agree, but I still just can't believe it. I mean, I was literally talking to her last week. We were talking about when we could get together and have our kids meet each other. I just feel awful now, because it feels like we should have acted faster to go and visit her. But it felt like we were also so busy, and we just kept saying that we'd make it happen, but we never did.
I know what you mean. She really was taken away too soon.
Even if we didn't ever go and visit her, I wish that I called her more often instead of just texting her. I mean, she was my best friend ever since middle school, and I never ever got to tell her that. I just owe her so much. She was always there for me when I needed her.
It's okay, Selena. I am sure that a person like Laura knew exactly how you felt about her.
You really think so? I sure hope that she did.
I know that she did. By the way, does that mean that you're going to be wearing an outfit for the funeral?
Well, yes. I was going to go in all black, of course. But my body still hasn't gotten back to what it was before I was pregnant.
Well, if you want, I can go out and buy some basic funeral clothes for you on the way home. But I know it's last minute, but it sounds like we don't have much time anyways.
Would you really do that for me, Warren? Thank you so much. I can't believe that this is happening.
Of course I'll do this for you. It's okay to ask for help, you know. If anything, times like this make us more aware just how much we rely on others.
You're right. I think I'll be fine. Well, not fine, but I just have to do this. Hey, Mom. Are you still awake right now? Rhea, is that you? What are you doing up at this time of night? Shouldn't you be asleep? Don't worry. Mommy is going to be back home sometime tomorrow in the afternoon. Go to sleep now. But Mom, you need to come back right now. I need your help. My help? What do you mean? What's going on? I mean, I'm lost. I don't know where I am right now. And I don't know how to get home from here. Wait, what? You're lost outside of the house at this time of night? Why on earth aren't you at home right now? Well, the baby was crying, so Dad told me to take her on a walk. He wrapped her up in some blankets and then basically kicked me out of the house. But then it got so dark, and now I don't know where I am anymore. You mean your dad told you to go out of the house with the baby all by yourself? Yeah, that's what he said. But why on earth would he tell you to do that? I don't know, but he told me that I shouldn't tell you because then you would get upset. Hold on a second. Was your dad playing his games when you left? Yeah, he was actually. Okay, just calm down and take deep breaths, sweetie. Can you tell me if you see anything around you? I don't know. It's so dark and I just can't see anything at all. Okay, I'll call you on the phone right now, okay? No, we can't talk on the phone. I was being followed by some strange man who was trying to talk to me, so I ran far away. But I don't know if he's still close, and I don't want him to find me. That's horrible. Okay then, I'll call the cops and they'll find you. But you don't even know where I am right now, right? Don't worry. Your phone has a GPS in it, and I can find you like that. So for now, you just find a time to hide, okay? Or go inside a store with people in it so that you're near others. Okay. I think I saw a store a little farther behind. That's great. Go there and wait for the police to show up looking for you, okay? I'll call them and tell you to go and pick you up from there. But also, when you get there, I want you to call me and then pass the phone to the person behind the counter. Okay, Mommy. I think I can do that. I'm so sorry that this is happening to you right now, Rhea, but I'm going to try and get back as soon as possible. Please come home soon, Mommy. I'm really scared.
Selena, are you there? You have to know that I'm so sorry for this. I really screwed up.
Screwed up? What do you mean by that?
Well, I fell asleep early last night, and when I woke up, I couldn't find Rhea or the baby anywhere. I think that the baby must have been crying in the night, so Rhea probably took her out of the house to try and get her to calm down.
Hold on a second. Why would Rhea have to take Joy outside?
Well, that when babies cry a lot, it's good to take them on a walk or drive or something, right? So that's probably what she did.
You really think that our 8-year-old daughter knows how to make a crying baby go back to sleep?
I don't know, maybe she learned it at school or something?
Yeah, I'm not really sure about that one. Anyways, could you just explain this from the start for me?
I already told you, Selena. I fell asleep, and when I woke up, the two of them were gone.
Warren, you really have to stop telling these lies. I mean, aren't you even worried about your children?
What kind of question is that? Of course I'm worried for my children. How could you even ask that? I've been searching for them both for the past 2 hours.
And you haven't thought to call the cops to help you find your 2 missing children?
I didn't think of that. I was just in such a panic that I went out to go find them myself.
I don't really think that's what happened. Are you sure that you just didn't want to get in trouble for playing games?
Wait, what? No, of course not. You got this all wrong.
It's way too late to make up excuses now. I've already heard it all from Rhea. She told me that you were playing your games all night. She told me about how you told her not to bother you while you were playing.
Hold on a second. So then, you already found Rhea?
I got messages from her telling me that she was lost in the city.
Oh, I see. Oh, I guess that's relief.
Are you kidding me? You sent our daughter out with her baby sister, and she was being followed by some strange man. Do you have any idea just what kind of danger they could have been in? Something really bad could have happened to them. Not only that, but why on earth would you send an 8-year-old girl out of the house at night, all by herself?
I'm really sorry, Selena. I just want a little bit of time to myself.
And you said that you've been searching for the past 2 hours? So you didn't notice she was gone until 3 in the morning? Because you know what that tells me? You had been playing games all night before finally noticing she was gone.
I don't know what to say. I didn't think I'd end up playing games that late, and then I just fell asleep.
Oh, please. You did not fall asleep. You were up all night playing your stupid games, weren't you? I even saw one of your friends that I follow post pictures around 1 this morning, talking about going on raids with you. Should I call him and confirm that you were playing with him?
Please, wait, no, please don't do that. Okay, I admit that I was playing all night.
I don't believe it. Actually, that's not even true. I can absolutely believe that you do that. Do you even care about what you've put your daughter through?
I swear that I'll apologize to her when you come back home, when you both come back home.
Well, you're going to be waiting a while, because we're never ever going back home to you.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that you made our 8-year-old daughter take care of her baby sister. And all so that you could play your stupid video games. Not only that, but you threw her out of the house in the middle of the night.
Oh, come on. I didn't throw her out. I just asked her to walk around with her little sister is all.
It's the same thing to me, Warren. I seriously just can't believe that you would do that. This is why I asked you not to play video games. I knew you wouldn't be responsible enough if I let you get away with playing. And what about the other day when you said you were going to get me some clothes to wear? You never did, and you were home so late that night. What was going on there?
I had to work overtime, that's it.
Oh, really? Should I call your office and ask them if that's true? Because I'm pretty sure that you were just in one of those video game places playing for hours, weren't you?
I just don't get why you're so against me having hobbies.
Hobbies? Are you telling me you think it's okay for your hobbies to come before your own wife and kids? You really are just the worst, do you know that? I heard from Rhea all about how you did the bare minimum for her while I was in the hospital. You were just playing your games all day. Admit it.
Please, I was so busy and I just wanted a few hours to myself. Is that so bad?
It's bad when it's at the cost of your children's health and safety. Well, I have had it with you. I am going to leave you. In fact, I should have done this a long time ago.
Wait, what? You actually aren't going to leave me over this, right? Please, I swear, it will never happen again. You have to believe me.
Oh, I know that it will never happen again, Warren. That's exactly what I'm making sure of with this.
Please, don't you see that you're overreacting right now? You don't have to do this. We can move past this, right?
I already told you. I am moving past this and you. You are never going to hurt my children again.
But they're my children too. You don't think that I was worried when I realized they were gone?
It's fine if you're worried now, but you should have been watching them instead of sending them out.
I really am sorry. You know how I get when I start playing games?
Exactly. And that's why I know that you're not fit to be a good husband or father.
Well, what if I start playing games forever? Would that fix things?
Warren, if you think that's going to fix this all right now, then it really is too late for us. Goodbye. After that, I mailed Warren my signed divorce papers. I told him to sign his portion and send them off. I told him that if he didn't, I would get lawyers involved and make him sign them. He realized he had no choice when both sets of our parents were on my side in this. And because we had a police report on Warren's parental negligence, I was able to get full custody of my 2 daughters. I have no idea whether or not Warren ever did stop playing video games, but I'm just not sure when he would have the time. After all, he had to take out several loans to pay the legal fees, and I hear he's working 2 jobs now. As for me, I moved back in with my parents and my daughters while I try to get back on my feet and get used to being a single mother. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Hello there, Rachel. I just wanted to let you know that I would be headed over there in the afternoon. I was thinking that I would arrive by about 3 this afternoon, if that's okay.
You mean 3 this afternoon today? Are you asking about coming over today?
That's exactly what I mean. Also, I'm about to go out for lunch with some friends right now. I was thinking that I could buy something sweet, like a cake for my son and granddaughter.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm really sorry about this, but I don't think that 3 today is going to work. I'm really happy that you wanted to do this, but we have plans then, so...
Wait, what? But I thought that you worked from home, right? Are you telling me that you aren't going to be at home then?
Well, I just have a few meetings that I have to get to around then.
Wait a second. If you're going to be out of the house, then are you going to be at home by the time Tammy gets back from school?
Of course I was. But Tammy has her after-school club today, so she isn't going to get home until a little later.
I see. And here I was thinking that I would go all out and buy something really special. But man, you really couldn't have picked worse timing for me to be doing all of this. What is the matter with you?
I'm really sorry, Erin. I didn't mean to cause you so much inconvenience.
Well, anyways, how have things been over there lately?
I take it that you're asking about Tammy and not me, right?
When have I ever asked about how you are? Of course I'm talking about Tammy. But more than that, I want to know about how things are going with making me another grandchild. I told you that I want a boy. It's been 5 whole years now, and you still haven't been able to give me one. Just how much longer are you going to keep me waiting?
Erin, we've talked about this before, but I don't get to choose what the sex of my baby is.
Oh, please. Just how long are you going to trot out that old excuse, huh? Don't you know that there's no point in having daughters? Besides, you're already in your late 30s. You really need to start thinking about this more seriously. I mean, you know that you might never even be able to have another child, right?
Erin, Brad and I have Tammy, and we are very happy and thankful that she has grown up happy and healthy. And if we have another child, that would also be amazing, but it isn't our top of our priority list.
Well, you're talking as if kids are things that just happen, but you have to work to get one. I mean, what if you never have a son? Are you really fine ending my whole bloodline right then and there?
I would think that Tammy would carry it on if she chose to have kids when she gets older.
You do realize that Tammy is a girl, don't you? She's not going to be carrying on my family name. It'll be her husband's.
If it really matters to you that much, maybe she'll find a man who's okay with taking his wife's name. I mean, you hear about that kind of thing happening more and more these days, right?
That is not what I'm talking about, and you know it. I want a boy. You need to give me a grandson who can actually carry on the family name.
Well, I'm sorry, but I really don't know what I could even do about that.
Honestly, talking to you is like speaking to a brick wall or something. I just can't get anywhere with you at all. Back in my day, everyone knew that a wife couldn't give her husband's family a son was just a useless drain on everyone around her. But I guess you would tell me that the times have changed, huh? I guess all you feminist types now don't even care about having boys to carry on the family name. But you'll regret it when you're older. You'll learn that there's no real value in having a daughter. It only matters if you can have a son.
Erin, how can you say that when you have a daughter as well as a son? Don't you think you're being just a bit rude?
What are you talking about? Have you even seen my daughter? She is the exact embodiment of everything that I'm talking about.
How can you say that about a human being, let alone your own child, Erin? I really just don't get you.
And now I guess you must be thinking of me as the bad guy in all of this, aren't you?
I never said that. Please stop twisting my words to suit your needs. I really don't appreciate it.
Oh, please. I know that after this, you're going to run back to Brad and cry to him about all the mean things that I've been saying. After all, that's what you've always done ever since the two of you got married, isn't it? When are you going to learn how to be an adult and stick up for yourself, huh? Aren't you embarrassed to be acting this way?
I am not going to run to Brad and tell him any of this, thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Whatever you say. You must think I'm a real moron to offer that one. But you and your daughter are the same as my daughter. Completely useless. I wish you had a son instead. Then maybe I could have at least had some real love for my only grandchild.
Erin, you are really taking this whole thing too far right now. I really recommend that you stop.
Well, I've already said all that I came here to say, so I guess I can stop anyways. But anyways, if you're not going to give me a grandson, I guess I'll just have to think of another way to get one. Hello, Rachel. I just wanted to let you know that I'll be coming over this Friday, so have some dinner ready for when I arrive.
Hello, Erin. I'm really sorry to tell you this, but I'm not going to be at home on Friday.
Wait, what? Where are you going to be? Away with your family or something like that?
No, it's nothing like that. But I have a business trip that I have to go on and I can't miss it.
A business trip? How does that work? I thought that you worked from home, right? I should know. I was the one that allowed you to do so in the first place.
Well, yes, this trip is just a little irregular, but they do still happen, so it shouldn't really be that surprising.
So basically, you're telling me that because of this one in a blue moon business trip, you are going to be leaving the whole house empty? Just who is going to look after Tammy then, huh? And what about when she comes home from school? Is she just going to be all alone?
No, we would never do something like that. Brad is going to take off work early while I'm away on this trip.
I really just don't know what to do with you anymore, Erin. I mean, it was already tough enough letting you work, but now you're telling me that it's interfering with my son's work? You know, you really should just quit your job and become a full-time stay-at-home with nothing else going on.
I'm sorry that you feel that way, Erin, but I am not going to do that.
Oh, trust me, I didn't expect you to. When have you ever done the sensible thing?
Erin, come on, you can't just announce that you're going to come over and then get upset when we have something going on in our lives.
All I want to do is spend a little time with my grandchild. I don't need to be treated this way. You hardly ever let me get to see my son when all I want to do is cook nice things for the two of them and treat them.
Okay then, if that's really what you want to do, I can talk to my husband.
And just why in the world would you have to talk to Brad about any of this? You are really starting to make me angry, do you know that?
Well, it sounds to me like you want to take care of Tammy for a little bit. So if you're going to, then I need to tell him that he doesn't need to come home early.
That's right. We shouldn't be putting off all the burden of being a dad on poor Brad. After all, it's the weekend the next day anyways. Why don't we just have Tammy come and spend a couple of nights at my house? There's nothing to be worried about there, right?
No, I know how much you love your granddaughter, so I don't have any problem letting her stay with you.
Well, excellent. And yes, I've really come around to her, and she is just so much like her father. Of course, if she was the boy, that would be even better, but We can't always get what we want now, can we?
Yeah, I guess not, but I think that Tammy is amazing just the way she is.
Well, great. It's decided then. She's going to come over to my house and spend a few nights with her grandmother. Maybe she'll even be able to eat real cooking since I know what I'm doing as a true housewife. I'm sure your cooking is fine, but it's nothing compared to me.
Well, if you really think that, I guess I'll have to get to work on my skills a bit then.
If you really think that you'll ever be able to catch up to my skills, then you have to start practicing now. Because I've seen your cooking, and it looks so bad that they wouldn't even serve it to the sick at hospitals. I mean, it's just sad what you put your family through all because you want to work.
Okay then. Thank you for those inspiring words. I'll do my best from here on out.
I know that you're all talk. You aren't actually going to do a single thing I say, are you? And I doubt that you and Brad are making any headway on the baby-making front either. Isn't that right?
I'm really sorry that I'm not cooking or having babies well enough to meet your standards, Erin.
Whatever. Just tell Brad that Tammy's going to be staying with me for a little while. And tell Tammy that I'll be picking her up from school today. Mommy? Are you there? Please answer me.
Tammy, is that you? What are you doing up so late? You should be in bed. Are you at Grandma's house right now? Did you have to get up to use the bathroom or something like that? You know that I'm just going to be out of town until tomorrow, don't you?
Mom, please. I'm really hurt. It hurts so bad.
It hurts? What do you mean, sweetie? What hurts?
I just want to go home. I don't want to be at Grandma's house anymore. She told me that I was a bad girl, and now I'm locked in Grandma's shed.
Wait, what? What happened? Why are you in the shed? I don't understand.
I don't know. Grandma started saying all these mean things about you, and so I asked her to stop talking about you like that, and then she told me that I needed a spanking.
You mean that Grandma hit you? Is that what you're telling me?
That's right. She said it was because I was being a bad girl. She told me that little girls shouldn't talk the way that I was talking, and that I was being very naughty.
What in the world is that woman thinking? Where is your grandma right now?
I think she said that she was going to take a bath after she locked me in here. She told me that I have to wait in here until she was down. But it's so black, and I can't see anything, and I'm really scared right now. I don't know when Grandma's going to be done with her bath, or if she's going to hit me again when she comes to get me.
Okay, Tammy, I understand. You just hang on just a little bit, okay? I'm going to talk to your dad about this. But you said that you were hurt, right? Are you okay? Can you move?
I'm okay. It just hurts a little bit to sit down right now. But it really did hurt when Grandma was spanking me.
I am so sorry that you had to go through that, sweetie. Grandma should not have done that to you.
But why are you apologizing, Mom? I learned that you should only have to do that if you did something bad.
Well, I did do something bad. I should have never ever agreed to send you to Grandma's in the first place. But you are not a bad girl. It's Grandma who's the bad guy here, okay?
I was only trying to tell Grandma that in school, they taught us that it's bad to say mean things about people, especially when they aren't around to do anything about it. I was just telling Grandma that she was sounding a little bit like bullies from my school, but then she said that she could say whatever she wanted about you.
Tammy, I am so sorry all this is happening right now. Your dad is already on his way. Do you think you can hang on there just a little bit longer, please?
You mean that Dad is coming to pick me up and take me back home?
That's right, he said he's on his way right now, so you just need to wait a little bit longer for him. I know that you can do it. You're a strong, smart, good girl, Tammy. Erin, are you there? We have to talk about what happened yesterday.
What are you talking about? I don't have a single thing to say to you after the way you ripped my granddaughter away from me. But to think that you didn't even have the guts to do it yourself, so you had to send my son too. You really are a horrible daughter-in-law. Do you know that? Why do you always have to treat me like this? You tell my son that I didn't do anything wrong right now.
Except that you hit our daughter and locked her in the shed. Do you really call that nothing?
Oh, please. It's not like she's a baby or something. She's already in the 3rd grade. You can't just baby your children forever, you know.
If you think that's the case, then surely a woman your age should know that it's wrong to hit a child.
Now you listen here. I did what I did because your daughter was getting smart with me. All I did was take my rule and did what was done to me when I was little. It wasn't even that hard. It wasn't like I was trying to break anything.
I don't care what you have to say for yourself. When Brad picked up Tammy, she said that her rear end was red and swollen.
Well, would you rather I hit her in the face instead?
Did you really just ask me that? I don't even know what to say to something like that, Erin.
Well, this is all your fault anyways. You're the one that's always babying Tammy. I did what I had to try and discipline your daughter. And you should know that the only reason I held back was because of how much she looks like my son. But that's where the similarities stop. She clearly got your personality, which explains a lot.
You really need to get a grip, Aaron. I mean, surely you know that all you're teaching Tammy is to fear physical punishment. Besides, Tammy told me you were hitting her because she asked you to stop bad-mouthing me to her.
I wasn't bad-mouthing anything. I was only telling your daughter the truth about her mother. And I was explaining to her how horrible you were for not having a son, and how you never keep the house clean, and how your cooking is atrocious. Now really, can you actually say any of that isn't true?
And just what do you think bad-mouthing a child's parents to their face is going to do for them?
Well, because clearly it comes from a grandparent, then it must be true. I just wanted to make sure Tammy understood what was going on around her. You're the one at fault for not teaching your daughter to have better manners. What happened to respecting your elders, huh?
You really think that being older means that you can act however you want?
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I mean that I am not going to let you get away with this. I trusted you with my daughter, and that was my fault. But you are going to pay for what you've done to her. We are going to cut you out of our lives.
And just what do you mean by that, huh? Have you gone totally crazy? What about Brad? Are you going to leave him and live all by yourself?
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, that's all I was doing was trying to look after my grandchild. I was just doing you both a favor.
When did either of us ask you to hit our daughter?
That's part of the looking after. I'm the grandma, and it's my job to make sure Tammy grows up well.
Actually, that's our job as her parents, thank you very much. And if you think we're going to stand aside while you hit our Tammy, you are dead wrong. Brad and I have been more than fair in the patience that we've shown you, but you've done nothing but throw it back in our faces.
Of course you're supposed to be patient with me. I'm the mother-in-law. I can't do any wrong. You need to apologize to me right this moment.
In your dreams, I am never going to apologize to you, and you are never, ever going to see my daughter ever again. You're never going to see any of us again, in fact.
Well, then I guess that means you won't be getting any of my late husband's inheritance. I'll just give it all to my daughter instead. What do you think about that?
That's fine. We already told you that we don't want anything to do with you, and that includes your money. But I wouldn't be so sure about your daughter Lisa. She isn't happy about what you did either. In fact, she has half a mind to join us in cutting you off.
What are you talking about? She wouldn't really do that to me.
Well, she might after we told her the way that you treated your granddaughter and all the horrible things you've said about your daughter in general.
Well, it doesn't mean that I don't love her or anything like that. But obviously, a boy is just more valuable than a girl. That is simple math, is it not?
You keep going on and on about needing an heir, but for what? There's no company to be inherited, no vast legacy to be carried on. You just want someone to have the same last name as you, and that's it. But it doesn't actually matter. Nobody but you cares about any of that, I can guarantee you.
But then, if both my children cut me out of their life, then what am I supposed to do? Please, you have to tell my kids that I haven't done anything wrong. I'm begging you. You have to know I was doing all of this for Tammy.
Well, you're the only one who sees it that way. But you should have listened to Tammy when she told you that you were being nothing but a bully.
You're right. I was a bad one. I'll apologize to Tammy. I'll buy her whatever she wants. Just tell me what she's been bugging you and Brad to buy for her.
What part of you are never going to see Tammy again don't you understand? There's no coming back from this. It's over and you are finished.
Please, you can't do this to me. My family is all that I have left. Without them, I'll be all alone in this world. I can't live like that. You have to forgive me for this. Nothing like it is ever going to happen again. I promise that I'll be nice. Just please don't leave me all alone.
You should have thought about being left like this before you did what you did. You are the oldest of everyone involved, and yet you didn't even think twice about hitting a child that wasn't yours. Well, I hope you get what's coming to you. After that, Aaron began to blow up my phone with calls and messages begging for forgiveness. I ignored them all and finally ended up blocking her. I didn't want to hear any more excuses for the way that she treated my daughter. I thought that having Tammy spend more time with her grandma might have helped in bringing around Aaron to having a granddaughter, but I know now that I was wrong to believe that. Brad and I decided to move to a new house after cutting his mom off so that we would never have to hear from her again. We even changed our number just in case. Thankfully, Brad's job had a branch office in a town that we had always talked about living in. He was able to get his transfer, and we were so excited to move. With my job being fully remote, it was very easy to explain to my boss what was going on and where we would be moving to. We thankfully haven't heard from her since, though we do get updates now and then from Brad's sister. She decided not to cut her mom off, if for no other reason than because she thought someone needed to be there to keep an eye on her. The move wasn't the easiest for Tammy, but Brad and I sat her down and explained to her why we were changing houses. I'm sure that Tammy never thought to think of her grandma as being someone to worry so much about, but I just worried about how all this would affect her when she was older. Thankfully, Tammy has been adjusting quite well and has even made some new friends at her new school. We have her talking with a child therapist about her grandmother so that by the time she's an adult, she will have hopefully moved past much of the trauma of what happened. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.